28 others. This is from the year of the crucifixion. You'll sell your soul for money.
I'm SC Cupp in for Piers. My guest tonight is Glenn Beck. For those of our viewers who might not be as familiar with your story as I am, you've really led a remarkable life of lots of ups, lots of downs. You lost your mother and stepbrother at a very early age. You have a daughter with cerebral palsy. You have an adopted son. You spent 15 years as an alcoholic and drug addict. You found sobriety and the Church of Latter-day Saints eventually. You went through a lot. And by your own account, you barely survived. Is yours a redemption story, a survival story? How do you describe your life?
Never been. Redemption, not survival, redemption. I'm not a survivor, I'm a thriver. You come to a place where you either live or die. You either give up and then you just become nothing, or you give up on your way and you surrender and you just say, I just want to be happy. I don't want to live with all of this, and I couldn't make it, and I found God, and He had found me long before, but I didn't want to do that God thing. That's not cool. That's not fun. And quite honestly, I know what the atonement is. I know that it's the holiday season, and so be it. I don't know if CNN will actually fall into a sinkhole when I say this, but the redeeming power of Jesus Christ is phenomenal. And as a guy who really needed it, it changed my life.
A friend of yours encouraged you into Mormonism. Have you encouraged other people into that faith or faith in general? Do you find that to be a mission of yours?
No, I find that living a good example and showing people who are miserable, there's an easier way. It doesn't have to be just surrender. There's an easier way, and it really leads to happiness and being content. I go back to what Franklin, he raised practically Thomas Paine, who was an atheist. And when Paine came to him and said, God, there is no God, and there should be no churches, Franklin said, how dare you? You may not need it, but other people do.
Right.
And look at the benefits that it has brought so many people. Don't denigrate what they do and what they believe just because you believe something differently. Find what works for you. I believe that that Jesus is the Savior. He was born to redeem us. That's what I have found. But if you do your own homework and you're like, no, that doesn't work for me, you find another faith, that's okay. That's okay. Let's just be good to each other. Can we please? Because I see God as a dad, and I think when I come into a room and my kids are arguing and neither of them have done what I told them to do, and they say, yeah, but Dad, look what she's doing. And he looks and says, yeah, but you don't know she did this. I look at both of them and say, I don't care. I will deal with your sister and I will deal with your brother separately. Did you do what I told you to do? That's who God is. Did you do what I told you to do? Don't tell me about your sister. I'll deal with your sister. That's who he is. Just do what we're supposed to do. Be good to each other.
What's left in life for you? It seems like you've accomplished so much, and you've come to a good place, and you said your story is a redemption story. After the first of the year, we'll be talking
about a new movie that we're going to be doing. We're going to go into filming, and as you know, I bought 150,000 square feet of studio sound stage.
Yeah, it's massive.
And we're going to be into television production, not just for the Blaze, but also for other venues. We're storytellers, and the human story needs to be told, but not in the way I think it's always being told. I mean, imagine if we all lived a life where we weren't afraid to cry, we weren't afraid to laugh, if we actually did what we felt, as long as it was based in love, if we actually didn't pause, if we actually called the person that we've been avoiding because it's going to be too hard to apologize, and I just don't, I'll do that later. If we actually made that call, if we actually kissed the girl and didn't wait, we'd be a much better place. Let's be humans and tell